Back at the LA Auto Show, there's a bright orange 2019 Corvette ZR1 convertible on a show stand, glimmering under the lights, being ogled by admirers and measured by competitors, just over 100 miles away, at the oldest permanent road course in the U.S., at the western edge of the Mojave Desert. Two beat-up ZR1 coupes wait in a pit garage. They're filthy, with a couple of vehicle lifetimes between them. One is covered stern to snout in stick-on swirly camouflage, roughly applied, with bits of the bright red paint showing beneath. The other is half-covered, but the exposed parts are unfinished with trim pieces missing. They're dead cars walking, since pre-production cars like this end their brutal lives in the jaws of a crusher. We're not here to look at them, of course. The 755 horsepower small blocks, force-fed with massive superchargers, quake to life, resonating off the garages. They almost sound unrestricted, but without the teeth-gritting resonance you get when you straight pipe a thing like this. I turn to Taj Jukter, proud father of unreasonably quick Chevrolets, and ask if the cars here today are competition exhaust or something. He wrinkles his nose a bit. Nope, these are the stock pipes, street legal. The ZR1 is a few decibels louder than the Z06, he says. To call this an understatement is generous. This is the loudest Corvette the company has ever made. Outside, the ZR1s run some laps before we go out in the right seat, and Jukter and Lee continue educating us on what's changed compared to the Z06. We learned a lot of the broad strokes in Dubai, where Chevy revealed the ZR1. But today at Willow Springs some cool details emerge. To begin with, both cars are wearing the $2,995 ZTK package, just like the Dubai car. That means a high wing, Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires the size of oil barrels, and a light retuning of the magnetic ride control. It's good for around 950 pounds of downforce at speed. The increased downforce is noticeable at 50 miles per hour, Jukter says. Though it's subtle, from 80 to 100 miles per hour, it's more noticeable. More understatement? Without the ZTK, it's a few hundred pounds total. Picking a convertible means less downforce, as the top depowers the rear wing a bit. The front spoilers and plates are removed to counterbalance that. Don't want a planted front and less planted rear. No sir. Even more goes to the carbon ceramic brakes, which are simply ferocious. They're similar to the Z06's Brembos, but with extra heat treatment and a high-temperature pad compound. But for every stab of the brakes, tongue hammers on the gas just as quickly. We blast for a second or so up a very short straight at the top of the balcony before hauling down again and heading downhill. The ability to call up positive and negative Gs like this with just a dance on the pedals is mightily impressive. If you think an extra 105 horsepower and 65 pounds-to-feet would turn the C7Z06 into an unredeemable mess, think again. The ZR1 can put down the power, and it corners just like an angrier Z06. The ones we'll drive next year will be too pretty to abuse this hard, and that's a shame. You know what? Give us the car we just flopped out of, leaning against its unpainted door. It's a weapon, more precise than you'd imagine given its ludicrous power plant, exuding menace from every scrape and wound. It's never seen carnal wax, won't end up with French fries under the seat, couldn't win a car show trophy if it was the only one there. A fantasy, alas, given its fate. But the $119,995 ZR1 will be very real. Maybe if you ask nicely enough, GM's development engineers will break it in for you before delivery.